For those of you who want to do covers of Eagles songs, don't. Because Don Henley doesn't allow us to.
No Eagles allowed.
On YouTube and music stores.
I know why the Eagles will be forgotten. Their blocking policy is ridiculous. Don Henley seems to think it doesn't work.
The notice and takedown system of the DMCA does not work.
Trust me, any Eagles video will get taken down immediately.
Who's making money? Like guys like Don Henley? Don thinks that the Eagles, by him taking down everything that is put up by the Eagles, I want to do the Eagles. I love the Eagles. Don Henley thinks that people are going to remember the Eagles in 100 years, in 50 years, in 20 years. You know what? They're not, Don. Sorry. Out of all these bands, forget Don Henley. Come on, Don. Learn something from Tool. You probably don't know who Tool is. You should. Because Tool knows what's going on in the music business here. I mean, this is absurd. This is really absurd. Let your music be played, Don. And the estate of Glenn Fry. I mean, come on. The Eagles were an amazingly great band. Why are you banning people from promoting your music, doing covers? Why?
Let me just give you a perspective of the magnitude of the problem. There are currently about 6 billion posts on YouTube. And out of those,
Can you hear this?
6 billion posts, 4 billion of them are unclaimed. And out of those 6 billion posts, 84% of them contain music. Now let's say it takes 2 minutes to file a claim. So at 2 minutes per claim, it would take 200 million hours to claim them and take them all down. At minimum wage,
He's going to try
it would cost $2 billion. Of course, by then, there would probably be another billion posts on YouTube. So, as has already been said, as you said, this is an endless game of whack-a-mole. And the notice and takedown system is badly broken. Universal Music Group administrates the publishing for the Eagles and for myself. And
here we
have
go.
A team of 60 people.
60 people work for him.
60 people who sit in a room with computers, and all they do all day long, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, is deal with the platforms such as YouTube and Facebook. They file claims and they issue takedown notices for the Eagles and for myself.
60 people.
Those amount to between 200 and 500 claims a week.
Okay, so he has 60 people that go out there 5 and 6 days a week to file claims against YouTubers.
Well, we're going to be finally talking about this video of tonight. It's been on my mind for a while. Boy, how about them Eagles? Gosh. Now, after watching how many videos and reading how many articles, reading about blogs, and after how many videos of trying to warn other creators on this platform do not do covers of the Eagles, not only that I was shocked of how much that was on this platform, but I was very alarmed by how long this has been going on, and it's been going on for years. And I thought to myself, what did I just stumble myself upon? You know, like I didn't know it was that extreme. Okay, I mean, man, let's talk about it. Okay, so my channel, for those who are new, my channel got striked. First copyright strike, my main one, Alexandria Cesar piano channel, got struck on August 9th. I'm sorry, my dates are mixed up. August 9th, 2023 of this year. And I got striked because of, I didn't do Hotel California. A lot of people did Hotel California. It was actually Witchy Woman, 1972. And I did Witchy Woman because it was for the October playlist part 3, which was last year. And I do a top 31 songs. And last year we did a theme. And the theme was about witches. And it just so happens the Eagles, Witchy Woman, made the cut. Now, if I would have known it was that bad, I had a lot of options and material to choose from. Like, I would have done freaking Witches of Eastwick opening theme. I would have done The Witch, as in the Grand High Witch with Angelica Houston and the Mice. I would have done Sabrina the Teenage Witch opening theme. I would have picked any of those three if I would have known that you're not supposed to do Eagles covers, which I've done Witchy Woman. All I've got to say is that I take it back. I really thought I got struck down because of the ads on that video. Because I didn't make anything from it. And then maybe I feel bad they didn't make anything of it. No, it wasn't even about that. It was just about that whatever you made monetization, which I never did, or if you did not, which, like me, I was doing this for free. The fact that you cannot do any Eagles covers, any Eagles songs whatsoever, or else you'll get your channel striked. Now, maybe there's people on this platform that knew about that. I did not know that. And you know what? A video or a couple of videos that should have been on blast or on platforms such as music creators, musicians, or music lovers, music inspired channels like myself. Dude, a freaking video about do not do covers of the Eagles would have been a nice way of warning, or put it on blast that you cannot do Eagles covers. Like, let those people know, because there's people out there who do not know and they don't know anything about it. They get striked for no reason. But, oh, that's right. Because you don't want to put that on this platform because you don't want to lose your fans. When really, you're losing the very people that got you in that spot. Just so you know. And I guess you don't want people to remember your music. You don't want people to remember your songs. You want to be forgotten. And you're an inspiration to a lot of these young creators. Well, you're not really my inspiration. I mean, like I said, I would have chose something else if I would have known my channel got striked. But there are people who are diehard fans out there that would love your music. Because what you're doing, you're putting people down. You're putting people in trouble. You're striking their channel of the very people who actually got you where you are right now. That people will really love to be in. Because this whole thing, I mean, I get it. Copyright strike, copy infringement, you do not want people to cover your music because it's yours. Well, obviously, people who do covers of your music, they know where it's from. They know who is it by. They know what, they look at the year it's written or years released, research that song. They know where that's from. They know that that person who's putting that freaking video cover, whatever, practice, whether it's violin, guitar, bass, piano, they all know where that song comes from. It came from you. And you're the inspiration, but apparently you don't want to be an inspiration because it's all about the money. Because some of us, like me, it wasn't about money. This whole experience, what's going on, and what you're putting out is not musicianship at all. And it's sad. All I gotta say is that I definitely will be doing my own projects when I return on my main channel on November 9th. It's not going to be the Europe playlist part 5 that I was hoping, because I get it. It's not going to be the December playlist part 4 that I was working on, because I get it. It's about time I started doing something of my own and my own projects, my melodies, my own material. I do write songs, I do compose, I do things of my own that I come up with, and but let's see, you know, we'll start doing that. And that's why I think it's a great thing why this happened to me, that I'm gonna actually start doing that of my own. And the reason why I was playing other people's songs on my channel, just so you know, is just because to make people happy, and that's all it was. It started from 2020 and still continuing presently. I still am doing it on my second channel, piano and some commentary or short practices, but there still is a song a day, still. which I have not broken that yet. I don't think I'll break that. All I just gotta say is, for what's going on and what's going on with these small creators, because, you know, some of them, that's their life. That's their work, and that's what they want to show, that appreciation, only for one to just strike it down. All this I gotta say is, some musicians, they fly too high that they forget what the ground looks like. Put too much feathers because you bought them. You bought too much feathers to fly higher, and you did it for greed. Only to basically strike down the people that got you there. Well, that's my little rant for tonight. So this is my way of saying to other creators and future musicians, platforms, music lovers out there, do not, absolutely do not do covers of the Eagles. And that is something, even if you monetize or not, that is not what this is about. They just don't want anyone to do any of their music, period. So that's my message out there. Because a warning would have been nice. That's my take on it. Well, musical friends and family, remember, do not do any Eagles covers, period. Not even their practices, nothing. It's not worth it. Stay safe and good health always. Have a good night.
Number 5, Don.
I don't even know if I can show this. Hotel California is the only song that has given my channel a copyright strike. I did the 12 greatest 12-string guitar riffs like years ago. Whoever's running the Eagles over there, I guess it's what's his name? Henley. Don Henley. Dude's got a problem with people using his music, and he doesn't care if he hurts you to let you know. So suck it, Henley.
Welcome to my hotel room here in, where the heck am I? Oh yeah, Willoughby, Ohio, where I learned last night that my cover of Tequila Sunrise had been, well, I got a copyright strike for it, so they removed it from YouTube. And I'm creating this video to let you know that I have deleted all of my other Eagles covers because I can't risk losing an account that has 2,500 songs on it. So don't come here expecting to hear any Eagles songs. And if you are a musician, I suggest that you not cover any of their music as well. They have made it very clear that they don't want their music covered on YouTube, and I respect that. Not really happy with it. My original cover of Tequila Sunrise, which was the song that they gave me a strike for, that's been on YouTube for almost 10 years, and you know, they didn't cite that one. They struck the one that I had covered here only a couple of months ago. So I have deleted all of my Eagles songs. I will not be covering any more Eagles songs. And best wishes to the Eagles. I hope they make more money than they can use. And just a reminder that if you are a musician, don't cover the Eagles. Thanks, and have a good day.
So I just got my first copyright strike by Don Henley's lawyers, and they took down my #1 song. And I'm still trying to figure out if I can ever listen to Don Henley's songs again the way I used to. So let's take a look at what happened exactly. I'll show you the details. Let's go. So I did a cover of Don Henley's The End of Innocence, and it was by far the best performing song. It had over 1,800 views, it had like over 75 comments, a bunch of likes, and all of that within the first 2.5 months, which is, for my standards of videos, that was a really, really well-performing video for me. So for my little channel world, this removal, that hurts. Okay, but let's take it step by step, starting with what is copyright infringement.
Copyright infringement is the use or production of copyright protected material without
the permission of the copyright holder.
Okay, so far fair enough. I did use the song and I did not ask for copyright permission. And hey, I get it, okay? As an artist myself, I understand that copyright infringement needs to be addressed because you've got so many bus hoppers taking your IP, your intellectual property, and then just making money off of it. And that's just wrong. So let's look at what I did. Here is the video I did together with my friend Marcus. Marcus brought his piano over and did a solid one take with just a click in his ear, and I then added all the other instruments on top of that, and finally edited it all together for the final mix. And of course, I'm not going to play the music now because I don't want to risk another strike by these armchair warriors. That's a little inside joke if you know the lyrics of the song that got flagged. So after finalizing the video, I then proceed to uploading it to YouTube. And when I upload a song like this, YouTube is so good at recognizing copyrighted content. It just flags it right away and says, hey dude, that is copyrighted content. And I think that's good. Now, what does that mean when YouTube flags the song as copyrighted content? It means that any monetization made with this video through ad placement gets sent directly to the copyright holder. So in other words, my 20 hours of work cannot get monetized. Instead, Don Henley makes money on my videos. Yeah, so that's how it is. Any money made with my video of his song puts money in Don's pockets. So just to throw it in there, if I was Don and his crew, I would actually celebrate fans making songs of my songs, knowing that YouTube has something placed that I actually make money off of it if it was my song. But hold your horses, this is where I get cranky. Number one, when you're an artist who has already made a fortune on your song. And number two, you're still making money, additional money off of every video that your fans, your creators are putting out with covers of your song. So you've made money and you're still making money, but you're still not content with that. But let's take a quick look back into YouTube and let's see what exactly is taking place here. YouTube throws out a channel violation and activates a copyright strike. In my case, it's one of three, and this lasts for a 90-day period. They then inform me that they have complied with legal copyright takedown complaint and have removed my video. As a result, as you see, my channel received a copyright strike. And here we see a strike was added and this expires after 90 days. The video was obviously removed from YouTube. So in this case, this video was manually detected by Don's armchair warriors through a so-called copyright takedown request. And the impact again was a strike and the takedown. And they give me two actions I can take from here on. Action number one is I can contact the claimant. And action number two is I can submit a counter notification and then, basically start a legal process. I then have to submit a whole bunch of data to kind of prove the point that this was an invalid claim. But I did contact the claimant. I wrote an email and really just try to understand what the heck is going through your guys' heads. Just help me understand, because who knows, maybe I'm completely on the wrong side of the road, and then help me understand so I get to know the stuff better. So far, I have not heard back. Does that surprise you? Now, according to my Google research and watching Rick Beato, who really specifically made videos on this issue, it seems to be the old bands. The Fleetwood Macs, the Beatles, the Eagles, as one of the top bands that does this stupid stuff. Obviously, Don Henley connected with the Eagles. They just really have kind of made a sport out of it to just ditch any fans that are covering their songs. And supposedly the younger bands, they realize that this is just dumb because you're probably going to just disappear as time flies on. If all the musicians and creators start avoiding your songs and they don't, celebrate them, they don't play them anymore, you are going to disappear over time. And again, the context is you're making money off of these creators, okay? So I really don't understand what's going on. So what's my takeaway? Okay, obviously I have to watch out because, strike 1, 2, 3, I don't want to lose my channel. So after the strike, I gotta admit it, I had a rough afternoon because I thought, come on, my best video just got ditched. How is this gonna go on? And it also got me thinking in the sense of start making more original content that really interests your viewers. Oh, and yes, I will keep on listening to Don Henley songs because, come on, they're just really, really good songs. But I don't think I can ever listen to that second verse the same again. Armchair warriors often fail, and lawyers clean up all the details. Don, that is too much irony for me to contain.
The other day I got my first ever copyright strike for my cover of Hotel California, which I played completely solo on fretless bass with no accompaniment. This means that the video's been completely taken down from YouTube and no one can watch it. It also means my channel is one step closer to being deleted because copyright strikes can be filed at any time regardless of whether you released the video today or 10 years ago. I think this was a very bad decision for everyone involved, including the Eagles, but before I get into that, I want to explain the options that a band has when their song is covered on YouTube. Option 1, which is what the vast majority of artists choose, is to collect a share of the revenue from that cover. YouTube has a system called Content ID which automatically detects cover songs, and in general I would say this system is pretty effective but could definitely use some tweaking. I have absolutely no problem sharing revenue with the songwriters or copyright owners, and that's the arrangement I have with every single other cover song that I have on YouTube. If you write a hit song and lots of people cover it, it makes sense that you should collect a share of the revenue. Option 2 is to completely demonetize the video but still allow people to watch it. This makes less sense to me because you're making sure that nobody gets any money, and the simple fact is that a lot of smaller upcoming artists need to play covers in order to get people's attention. This was just as true in the 60s for the Beatles as it is today. Upcoming artists already have the odds stacked against them, and demonetizing their covers only serves to stifle the next generation of artists. And finally, we have option 3, which is to completely take down the video and issue a copyright strike, which threatens the livelihood of the artist who covered the song, and is what happened in this situation. It's extremely rare for this to happen because it's a lose-lose situation. What makes this especially perplexing is that my cover had already been identified by YouTube's Content ID system, which means I was sharing revenue with the Eagles. So their decision to remove my video has only resulted in the following effects. Neither of us make any more money from this video. Younger music fans who might not know the Eagles will not discover them through my cover video. Existing fans of the Eagles won't get to watch an interesting new interpretation of their song, helping to perpetuate the song itself and the Eagles' legacy. Other artists will be afraid to post Eagles covers, resulting in a loss of revenue for the Eagles and a loss of free promotion. I probably wouldn't even make this video if it were just affecting me, but this is a systemic issue that affects almost every YouTuber that I know. Rick Beato is constantly getting his What Makes This Song Great series blocked for playing snippets of the song that he's talking about. He's literally telling his audience why this song is great and using it to educate people about music, and the artists of those songs are blocking his videos and giving him copyright strikes for playing the song that he's analyzing. Rick calls out the Eagles as being one of the worst offenders of blocking videos.
Guys like Don Henley, Don thinks that the Eagles, by him taking down everything that is put up by the Eagles, I want to do the Eagles. Let your music be played, Don. And the estate of Glenn Fry. I mean, come on. The Eagles were an amazingly great band. Why are you banning people from promoting your music, doing covers? Why? Metallica doesn't take stuff down. Metallica's great. The Eagles, everybody says has an Eagles story. I mean, that's just a fact.
Jared Dines, Two Set Violin, Ichikanito, Bradley Hall, Rudy Ayub, Shredmaster Scott, and Finn McKenty have all been victims of ridiculous copyright takedowns that threaten their abilities to sustain themselves as artists. Again, don't get me wrong, there are legitimate cases where people's videos should be taken down, like if they just post the song's original audio with no commentary, education, or transformational value. But that criteria doesn't apply to any of those YouTubers that I just mentioned. The music world has changed very dramatically in the last 20 years, and major bands and publishers need to become more aware of how things work now, because I genuinely believe they're shooting themselves in the foot as well as making things much harder for new artists. People are uploading videos constantly to social media, and one of the best ways to gain popularity is to let or even encourage people to cover your songs. This allows your music to spread to a wide audience in a very organic way that will gain you far more die-hard fans than any sterile corporate marketing marketing campaign. And because of systems like YouTube's Content ID, you're gifted a completely passive source of revenue. The cover artist makes money, they learn a lot about music through covering your song and getting feedback in the comments. The original artist makes money and you both gain popularity. It's a win for everyone. I wish I knew why they decided to take down this video, but there was no reason listed and I've had no response from either of the email addresses provided. So I'm hoping that maybe this video will get their attention and that they'll retract the copyright strike and put the video back up. The sad thing is that I really like the Eagles' music and I don't want to see them going down this path. They're an incredibly successful band who have had an amazing career. But you have to ask yourself, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want to allow and encourage independent artists and amateur musicians who love your music to share it, helping to ensure that it remains timeless, or do you want more and more videos calling you out for your draconian and unmusical approach? Because of this copyright strike, I'm questioning whether I can continue uploading the covers that I know you love, which is not the way things should be. One thing's for sure, I won't be uploading any more Eagles covers.
1, 2, 3, get up! Bounce from the top to the bottom, bottom to top, I stop. As a core I forgot, in the middle of my thoughts, taking fire from my slave. The picture's there, the memory won't escape me. But why should I care? From the top to the bottom, bottom to top, I stop. As a core I forgot, in the middle of my thoughts, taking fire from my slave. The picture's there, the memory won't escape me. Why should I care? There's a place so dark you can't see the end. Sky's compact, shock that which can't defend the rain. This is dripping. I see